Close your eyes and try to picture a world where the laws of physics seem to take a back seat. A place where ancient ice breathes, mountains house cities in the clouds, and the very ground beneath your feet tells a story millions of years old. We often think we've mapped every inch of this planet, but the truth is, the Earth is still hiding its most breathtaking secrets in plain sight. From the emerald depths of untouched rainforests to the silent sentinels of the Arctic, we're about to dive into the ultimate chronicle of our world's wonders. I want to show you the side of travel that doesn't show up in brochures, the raw, the mysterious, and the divine. Join our global expedition by hitting that subscribe button. Let's rediscover the planet together, one mystery at a time. Are you ready to witness the impossible? Let's get started. The Danakil Depression, the cradle of fire. Picture a landscape that feels like the inversion of the world we know. In Ethiopia, there exists an open wound in the Earth's crust called the Danakil Depression. Down there, at 125 meters below sea level, the air is so thick and scorched, it feels as though it wants to expel you. It is one of the lowest and most unforgiving points on our entire planet. The colors you see are not born of flora, but of pure sulfur and mineral salts that stain the ground in shades of bright yellow and neon green. It is as if the Earth itself is suffering from a violent fever. On the horizon, the Erta volcano spits fire, a constant reminder that beneath your feet, 3 tectonic plates are warring for space. The heat is a relentless adversary, easily surging past 50 degrees Celsius. This is an alien terrain where life is a rare miracle and the silence is broken only by the bubbling of molten lava. It is perhaps the most inhospitable place a human being could ever hope to walk. The Selkie's shadow, Kalsoy Island. The island of Kalsoy pierces the ocean's surface like a blade forged from volcanic stone, sharpened by winds that bite the skin and a mist that seems woven into the very air. In this place, every breath carries the scent of ancient mystery and brine. The few souls who call this rock home swear that as you trek along the steep ridges, it is impossible to ignore the feeling of invisible eyes tracking your every move from the jagged gray heights. The deepest legend of these shores tells of a Selkie, a seal woman, captured and forced to live among men, though her soul never truly left the tides. They say her mourning song still resonates through the hollows of the cliffs when the swells crash with fury against the granite. This is a realm of brutal majesty where the laws of preservation are absolute, for here, nature's mandate outweighs the laws of man. The geographical isolation creates a haunting atmosphere where the present and the prehistoric merge in a cold, nebulous embrace. Data shows the island supports a mere 18 people per square kilometer, making the silence a constant, almost unsettling companion for any outsider. The Living Museum, Kachemak Bay. In the frozen heart of Alaska, Kachemak Bay State Park serves as a pristine living museum of the sea and the soil. Imagine a vista where dense forests, ancient glaciers, and snow-draped peaks collide in a single horizon. Here, hundreds of wild species roam in absolute sovereignty, unburdened by human fences or boundaries. One of the most stirring chronicles of this land tells of a woman who, after a harrowing accident on a frozen lake, managed to survive the polar night by huddling against the body of a snowshoe hare to preserve a flicker of life-sustaining heat. This level of extreme survival defines the spirit of this region. It is a kingdom of pure beauty and constant peril, where marine life and rare birds are guarded by biologists like the crown jewels. Local statistics confirm that this protected area is vital for the reproduction of species found nowhere else in the Northern Hemisphere, making every hectare of ice an irreplaceable treasure. Earth's percussion. Granite Creek Falls. Tucked away within a fortress of colossal granite peaks lies a waterfall that defies human sensory perception. At Granite Creek Falls, the water does not simply tumble. It plunges from heights of dozens of meters, yet the sound it produces is no ordinary splash. It is a rhythmic, guttural boom that mimics the beating of gargantuan drums echoing from the very core of the planet. The dense shroud of mist rising from the impact creates optical illusions so vivid that travelers have sworn they saw portals and hidden pathways manifesting within the wet stone walls. There are staggering records of rainbows remaining suspended in the air for 20 minutes, even without a single drop of rain falling from the surrounding sky. The air here is charged with a natural electricity that makes the hair on your arms stand up before you even catch a glimpse of the river. In this place, the raw rhythm of creation dominates every passing second, reducing us, the mere visitors, to silent listeners in a geological orchestra that requires no conductor to leave us breathless. The secret of the Seychelles. Imagine a world where the sea and the sky share a permanent embrace. In the middle of the Indian Ocean, far from the noise of modern life, 115 islands of pure magic form the Seychelles. It isn't just white sand and water as clear as glass. It is home to giant granite boulders that stand like sentinels of an ancient kingdom. In the capital of Victoria, on the island of Mahé, the pulse of life is strong, but the true mystery resides in the silence of the waves. This paradise nurtures nature like nowhere else, protecting animals and plants that exist in no other corner of the earth. It is the ultimate sanctuary for those seeking a new beginning or a deep dive into the unknown. The Finger of God, Pilot Rock. Rising 174 meters into the sky, this colossal tower of volcanic rock stands as a monument to the passage of time. Pilot Rock was born 25 million years ago when molten magma cooled slowly beneath the Earth's surface. Over the eons, the erosion of wind and rain stripped away the soft earth, leaving behind only this vertical pillar, dark, stoic, and incredibly resilient. The indigenous peoples who once inhabited this region called it the Standing Rock, treating its base as sacred ground for rituals connecting them to the spirit of the land. For centuries, its imposing silhouette served as a natural lighthouse for travelers lost in the vastness of the wild forests. Today, the summit is a sanctuary for rare birds of prey that ride the thermal updrafts. It is physical proof that what is truly strong can survive the relentless wear of the centuries without losing an ounce of its majesty. The enigma of Emigrant Lake. In the shadows of the Oregon Mountains, near Ashland, lies a mirror of water that seems to belong to a forgotten age. Emigrant Lake is more than just a fishing destination. It is a stage where the past and the present merge in haunting ways. At the Oak Slope Campground, 42 campsites wait for those seeking the warmth of a fire under the stars. At the point, 32 spots receive travelers in search of shelter. But there is a secret. The park only opens from the middle of April until October, as if the winter months are hiding something forbidden. The view is beautiful, but the danger is invisible. Toxic algae can turn a day of recreation into a nightmare. To walk here is to feel that the land is watching your steps, and the glint at the bottom of the lake might be much more than just sunlight. The Pink Mystery, Lake Hillier. Located on a remote island off the coast of Australia, there is a body of water that looks like it was lifted from a cartoon. Lake Hillier. Stretching 610 meters in length, its waters boast a vibrant pink hue, reminiscent of a strawberry milkshake. The most intriguing detail is that if you collect a sample of this water in a glass, it retains its pink color, proving the phenomenon is not merely a reflection of the sun. Science still debates the exact cause, but research points to the presence of specific algae and salt-loving bacteria that create this unparalleled visual spectacle. It is one of nature's best-kept secrets, a place where biology decided to paint the world in colors that defy any simple logical explanation. The underwater city, the Great Barrier Reef. Covering a colossal area of 344,000 square kilometers, this structure is the largest living organism on the face of the Earth, visible even from outer space. Formed by billions of tiny coral polyps over thousands of years, the reef functions as a pulsating, multicolored underwater city. Thousands of species of fish, sea turtles, and sharks find refuge in this limestone labyrinth that glows intensely under the sunlight, piercing the crystal clear waters. Scientists and volunteers from across the globe work day and night to protect this ecosystem from the threats of global warming. For the health of our oceans depends directly on the survival of this reef. Losing the Great Barrier Reef would be akin to letting the blue heart of our planet stop beating, affecting the entire marine food chain and the oxygen balance we breathe on dry land. The Great Migration, Masai Mara. In Kenya, the plains of the Masai Mara Reserve stretch until the horizon fades from view. This is the stage for the greatest survival spectacle on the planet, the Great Migration, where millions of animals cross treacherous rivers and open savannas following the scent of the rains. The Maasai people have lived on these lands for centuries, maintaining a rare harmony with predators like lions and giants like elephants. Between the months of July and October, the very ground literally trembles under the impact of thousands of hooves from zebras and wildebeests in motion. It is a place where human culture and wildlife are not separated by walls, but united by the same destiny. The numbers are staggering. Over 1,500,000 wildebeests participate in this journey every year, proving that cooperation and instinct are nature's most powerful tools. paradise under siege, the Maldives. The Maldives are an archipelago that seems to float gently upon the deep blue of the Indian Ocean. With beaches of white sand as fine as sugar and waters so transparent you can observe life on the seabed from many meters away. This place is the ultimate symbol of an earthly paradise. As the country with the lowest average elevation in the world, these islands face a race against time due to rising sea levels. The local culture is rich in fishing traditions and deep respect for the sea, where the warm climate and dives among corals and manta rays teach us that paradise is not just a vacation spot, but an ecosystem that demands our immediate attention. Recent data shows the highest point of the islands is only 2 meters and 40 centimeters above sea level, making preservation a matter of literal survival. The island of eternal ice, Greenland. Greenland is the largest island in our world, a vast desert of white ice covering more than 2,166,000 square kilometers. To understand the scale, 80% of the entire territory is composed of a solid ice sheet that can reach kilometers in thickness. During the Arctic summer, the sun never dips below the horizon, creating the phenomenon of the midnight sun, while in winter, the total darkness is pierced by the ethereal lights of the aurora borealis. With a total population of only 56,000 inhabitants, the silence here is monumental and almost physical. It is a realm of titanic icebergs drifting in a frozen sea, where man is but a spectator to the raw force of the climate. To be here is to confront the beauty of a landscape that, despite all modern technology, humanity will never truly dominate or domesticate. The Tiger's Nest, Paro Taktsang. In the isolated mountains of Bhutan, a sacred monastery seems to defy gravity, balancing on a vertical cliff 900 meters high. Buddhist legend tells of a great master who flew to this exact spot on the back of a flying tigress to meditate in total seclusion. The temple complex was built entirely by hand over 300 years ago, without the aid of any machinery or modern technology, making its existence a miracle of ancient engineering. There are no roads leading to the summit. Access is gained only via steep, narrow trails that demand stamina and fierce determination from pilgrims. Locals in the valley say that if a visitor has a heavy or impure heart, the mountain mist will hide the path and they will never find the entrance. Paro taktsang is the ultimate symbol of the spiritual union between human will and the immensity of the abyss. The crystal portal, Chapada dos Veadeiros. The Chapada dos Veadeiros, in the heart of Brazil, was formed approximately 1,800,000,000 years ago and rests upon a gargantuan subterranean quartz plate. Many visitors report feeling a strange vibration in their bodies when touching the rocks of the region, as if the energy stored within the crystals passes directly into human skin. The landscape is composed of waterfalls, plunging from hundreds of meters, and deep canyons, creating a mystical environment where local legends speak openly of portals leading to other dimensions of existence. The park is strictly protected by environmental laws, ensuring its wild beauty remains intact. It is a destination where the pursuit of nature blends with a constant sensation that something invisible and powerful is present, transforming every hike along the stone trails into a true journey of spiritual discovery and internal renewal. The Village of Ladders, Cliff Village. This small village in China was perched atop an isolated cliff 300 meters high and remained unknown to the outside world for many generations. For decades, to perform any simple task, like buying salt or going to school, residents had to climb up and down hundreds of metal rungs installed vertically into the living rock face without any kind of protection or handrail. On days with strong winds, the ladders sway slightly over the chasm, producing metallic sounds that echo through the deep valley. It is a living testament to our species' incredible capacity for adaptation and resilience. Children. And the elderly face this mortal peril every day just to keep a community alive that refuse to abandon its roots high on the mountain. Recently, the government installed safer stairs, but the courage of these people remains a lesson in willpower for the entire world. The roof of the world, Mount Everest. With an official altitude of 8,849 meters, Mount Everest represents the ultimate challenge to human endurance. At the summit of this mountain, the air contains only 1/3 of the oxygen available at sea level, forcing the body to operate at the absolute limit of exhaustion. The winds at the peak can exceed speeds of 200 kilometers per hour, capable of toppling any structure not firmly anchored. Since the first successful ascent in 1953, Everest has drawn explorers from all over the world seeking to test their own boundaries. To stand at the feet of this colossal mountain is to feel, in an overwhelming way, the insignificance of man before the grandeur of geology. It is a permanent realm of eternal snow and ice, where local peoples believe the mountain gods observe the climbers' efforts with a frozen, sovereign silence. The Hive of Faith, Phugtal Gompa. Located at an altitude of over 4,000 meters in the Himalayan mountains, the Phugtal Gompa Monastery in India can only be reached after several days of trekking along dangerous trails that snake between frozen rivers and deep gorges. The structures of mud and stone were built inside a natural cave, resembling a giant beehive clinging to a wall of dry white rock. Absolutely every material used in the construction was carried on the backs of men and mules, without any help from modern tools. Beyond being a center for prayer, the monastery serves as a school, pharmacy, and medical clinic for the nomadic populations living in the mountains. It is a moving example of how human compassion and faith can flourish and offer help even in the most arid, isolated, and difficult places to live on our entire planet. The Flying City, Meteora Revisited. In the 14th century, groups of monks sought refuge atop colossal sandstone pillars that reach up to 400 meters in height to escape the horrors of war. In the beginning, there were no stairs. They ascended and descended using only rope nets pulled by pulleys operated from above. An ancient and chilling saying claimed that the hemp ropes were only replaced when they snapped, demonstrating the absolute risk these men took in the name of their belief. Every morning, a thick fog blankets the base of the rocks, making the monasteries appear to be floating among the clouds in the sky. It is a landscape that defies the logic of civil construction and transports any visitor to a realm of silence and profound reflection. Today, bridges and steps facilitate access, but the atmosphere of sacred isolation remains as potent as it was 700 years ago. The Dream Village, Gasadalur. In the isolated Faroe Islands, a tiny village called Gasadalur is home to only 20 people living surrounded by gargantuan cliffs 600 meters high. The landscape is dominated by a famous waterfall that pours its waters directly into the waves of the Atlantic Ocean, creating an image that looks as though it were carefully painted by a classical artist. For centuries, there were no tunnels or roads. To deliver supplies or mail, residents had to trek for hours across steep and dangerous mountains. Today, although technology has arrived, the silence of the place is broken only by the constant howl of the wind and the rhythmic sound of waves crashing against the stones. It is a sanctuary that breathes absolute peace and forces us to look within ourselves, questioning whether we truly need all the noise and possessions of the modern world to find true happiness. The volcanic crown, Saint-Michel des Gilles. In France, a 1,000-year-old stone chapel was built on the very peak of a volcanic needle that projects 85 meters into the air. Erected in the 10th century without the aid of any heavy machinery, the structure looks like an index finger pointing directly at the firmament. To reach the sacred interior of the chapel, a visitor must face 268 steps carved directly into the cooled lava of the ancient volcano. At the top, wind gusts are constant, and the panoramic view of the region seems endless, making anyone feel minuscule in the face of immensity. It is a masterpiece of architecture and human determination that serves as a visual reminder that no goal is unreachable, and no place is too high for those with a clear purpose and an unshakable will to build something eternal. Petra, the rose-red secret of the desert. Imagine a place where time does not pass, it merely observes. In the heart of Jordan, hidden between mountains that look like stone giants, lies a city that was not built, but carved into the very chest of the earth. Petra is the name of this rose-colored mystery. The Nabateans, a people who knew the desert paths like the back of their hand, transformed sandstone walls into a center of commerce that made the entire world turn. Walking through the narrow gorges known as the Sikh, you feel small, as if secrets from thousands of years ago were whispering in your ears. Suddenly, the vision emerges, the treasury, or Al-Khazne. It is a monumental facade, 48 meters high, designed with a perfection that leaves any modern architect speechless. It is hard to believe human hands did this without the machines we have today. Studies show they were masters at storing water in the midst of total drought. As one of the 7 wonders of the world, Petra is not just ruins and dust. It is the portrait of a people who proved that even the hardest rock can bow before the will and talent of man. The Hanging Temple, Zhuangkong. In China, there exists a Buddhist and Taoist temple that seems to float 75 meters above the ground, held only by thin wooden beams driven deep into the fissures of the rock. It has bravely stood for more than 1,500 years without support columns at the base, defying even the minds of the world's most modern civil engineers. This place is unique for uniting 3 different religious philosophies within a single space of silence and meditation. Walking through its narrow corridors of ancient wood, which creaks slightly over the abyss with every step, is an experience that mixes instinctive fear with profound admiration for the skill of ancient builders. The Zhuangkong Temple is physical proof that the courage and creativity of our ancestors knew no geographical limits when the goal was to create a sanctuary dedicated to the sacred and to inner peace. The Vault of Tomorrow, Svalbard. In the relentless cold of the Arctic Circle, humanity has constructed a high-security vault 120 meters deep inside a mountain of eternal ice. Inside, more than 1 million seed samples from every country in the world are kept at a constant temperature of -18 degrees Celsius. This site functions as the definitive backup copy of Earth's biodiversity to be used in the event of a global catastrophe or nuclear war. The design of the entrance portal glows with blue fiber optic lights amidst the white snow, looking like a secret passage for a science fiction film about the future. It is the most important place in the world that you will likely never visit, where we safeguard the potential of all plant life, ensuring that no matter what happens to civilization, our planet will always have the chance to flourish and start again from zero. The Hermit's Column, Katskhi Pillar. In Georgia, a natural limestone pillar 40 meters high supports a small, solitary church on its flat summit. For more than 20 years, a Christian monk lived up there without descending to the ground a single time, seeking absolute detachment from everything mundane. On top of the rock, there is no electricity or indoor plumbing. All food and basic necessities are hauled up via buckets and ropes operated by volunteers below. To reach the church, one must have the courage to climb a completely vertical metal ladder bolted directly into the side of the stone. The Katskhi Pillar is a powerful symbol of faith taken to the extreme, where a human being attempts to physically approach the heavens by leaving behind all material comfort. Living an existence suspended between the solid earth and the passing clouds of the Caucasus. Which of these locations felt the most like a dream to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button to support our journey through the unknown. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.